crore company tomorrow, then only your intellectual property rights will come to your rescue. So a recent example for all the MSMEs who are thinking big is maybe a not very recent example is Paras, and a very recent example is Hamor, where pool of intellectual property being trademarks and copyrights earned them 70% of a deal value, which was of 1020 crores on paper. So 700 odd crores came out of their trademarks, copyrights, trade secrets, and so on and so forth. So all the MSMEs today have so much potential in respect to their innovations, in respect of their creations, in respect of their brandings. They have so much tools available to themselves that only a fool would falter. That's what I believe. Only a fool would falter in such circumstances. So, having said that, the government has also come up to speed. The government provides certain rebates to the MSMEs in trademarks and patents. They also provide facilitators to the MSMEs who advise the MSMEs how to register, what to do about their creations and innovations. So I believe all the MSMEs today have to make the maximum use of all these tools that are provided by the government, and each and every MSMEs have to attend the knowledge seminars which are free for them, which the government is hosting in the rural areas as well as in the cities. Only then you can truly achieve your true potential as far as the intellectual property rights is concerned. And today, mind you, we are having the shortest possible time to register trademarks and designs in the world. Your trademark is registered in 7 months flat, your design is registered in 9 months flat. A patent, we are coming up to speed, will register in the patent will be registered in 24 months. So I think all the MSMEs must take benefit of all the rebates that the government is providing, all the awareness exercises that the government is doing, and realize that true potential again by the mantra which is ideate, create, protect and prosper. Thank you.
So after listening to you, what I think is, do you think that there is a threat to most of the Indian companies from a MNC in terms of their IPR and their trademark and logos are concerned? Because the way MNC are getting in India, either directly or with some local partners. So in that particular case, who holds the IPR geographically? If a multinational is doing business in India through a local partner, so if at all there is an arbitration, who will be the,
So as far as the intellectual properties are concerned, geographically they are a national right. And in most of the cases, the MSMEs should have a say as far as the intellectual property right is concerned. They should own it. So the number of portfolio, the higher the number of portfolio, I think there is more opportunity rather than threat, right? If a multinational is coming and paying them, let's say 1500 crore rupees, and also giving them equity and acquiring them back, probably that MSME in its lifetime wouldn't have projected a profit so much. So because of its intellectual property rights, the higher the number of intellectual property portfolio, the higher the number of opportunities as far as the MNCs coming to India is concerned. And I always tell all the MSMEs, SMEs and individuals that if you have the will to create and innovate, there will be a day when somebody will either come and merge with you, acquire you or work with you. So then that opportunity is up to you, how much money you want to make, or you want to prosper with more research and you want to better your innovations and creations. Yes, but one thing remains for sure, the MSMEs that truly ideate, create and protect will prosper like anything, be it MSME, be it with MNCs or on their own.
Fair enough. Moving further, we have Mr. Dhaval Rawal, who is the CMD of Abhyuday Bharat. We would like to have his view on a vendor and a cluster development in defense and a food processing. That's very interesting topic since I belong to the hospitality industry.
Yeah.
So, your views, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So, we are speaking about the SMEs and cluster. Amish Bhai has rightly said the SME sector is in a dire need of a support. There are so many things happening at simultaneously. Like post-COVID, so many SMEs have faced severe problems in supply chain, manpower and finances. You have said around 6 lakh SMEs, but if we add the micro and small enterprises, they are coming around 11 lakhs. Unorganized micro and they are the largest employment provider in the country after agriculture. So it is a backbone of our economy. If we can define in many ways, but today I will define the MSME or SME comparing it with the game of the cricket. In cricket we have 11 players and 2 umpires, okay, and also third umpires. In MSME, the promoter of a company or proprietorship or an industry is playing a game where he is a batsman, bowler, umpire, fielder, everything, all in one. So we are sitting here with innovation, IPR, taxation, engineering, background, all people we are here. But when we talk about the MSME, they have always the shortage of the resources, and the answer is a cluster development. So cluster is a geographical concentration of a similar industry in one area. Either it can be a greenfield cluster or a brownfield cluster. If we take example of Morbi, it is a slowly grown as a ceramic cluster. Now it is a hub of a ceramic industry in the world. So it is a brownfield cluster. Like Ahmedabad is a pharma cluster, Surat diamond and textile cluster. So what is the USP of this? That the cluster, you see the ceramic cluster, the raw material comes from the Rajasthan. Not raw material not available in Morbi. But there are more than 400 companies manufacturing tiles, sanitary wares and ceramic products, and they are exporting in all parts of the world and competing with China successfully. So the strength is the unique cohesiveness, or you can say the sharing a common platform of marketing, raw material, manpower. So if the SME has to sustain, I believe that the common support system like common facility centers, techno hubs for research and development, R&D, these clusters can have the facility for the warehousing, it can have the facility for the marketing, like common display center of the products where all the people from foreign can come and see the products of the cluster. I give you one successful example of the, we have with us Sri Jitendra Bhai Banchal, who is the director of the Ahmedabad Engineering Manufacturing Association. They have started a raw material bank. So previously they were buying some raw material for the foundry industry from some big corporates, and the supply was not regular, price was fluctuating, and the viability of the end product was not, it was not having the viable to do the manufacturing. This industry association started to buy in bulk from this supplier, and now they are having a turnover of around 300 crores, and the raw material price from 80 rupees, I think it has reduced to 30 rupees. So this is a strength of the common platform or the cooperation, and we have, in Gujarat we have a success story of Amul. Having a turnover of more than 60,000 crore, we can call it a cluster. Thank you.
As you rightly said, do you suggest that the strength or the future is to unite everybody and have some sort of right from a supply chain till the end of the customer delivery?
Yes.
So you are suggesting that the togetherness or the strength of united all these factors together is only going to sustain. Is what you are?
Yes. So there is always a high capital cost of R&D. Okay. And without R&D we cannot sustain in the world market. we take example of China. China has a port-led infrastructure and industrial townships. Okay, and but China is a communist country, so the government wants to develop one area as a furniture city. Then everybody is doing furniture. Here it
Nobody
is
can
not
stop
possible.
them and nobody
We
can
cannot
intervene.
stop them. But if we take example of USA, they have their own system. It is a very large scale infrastructure set up by the big corporates, and there is no small business in USA. Everybody is supporting some tier 1 or OEM. But we need a different model in India for the growth. That can be a mix-up of the Chinese cluster-based, port-based infrastructure for manufacturing and exports, and support from the, you can say, the big companies, because big companies also want the supply chain. Okay, so what I believe, if we can develop some greenfield clusters, not having, I give you example of a tailor or a electrician or a mechanic. Somebody is doing this work on a roadside. He is not having a money to buy a shop. Can we have some 2,000 square feet area in a city where these electricians and these people who are sitting on a roadside for tailoring can sit and set up their cluster? That is a micro cluster. Okay, so cluster is in today's era, for the growth of the SME, cluster is only a solution that I believe.
So you indirectly suggesting that this particular Amul model should go to the world as an success story or how to build the empire.
Yeah, so some big companies can take a role of a marketing or forward linkage. Small companies can do a